Hey everyone, and Happy New Year! We got a Challenges Preview update, Bubble Bomb Gadget graduates, balance, and more in patch 902. Here are the details. Learn from Lin Fei to become the ultimate brawler in over 30 challenges in this substantial update to the Challenges Preview. We've replaced the branching UI with a scrollable menu with challenges immediately unlocked and playable. They are separated as tutorials for game mechanics, underarm combos and strings, and individual weapon combos and strings. The challenges also cover a wide variety of difficulties so that brawlers of all skill levels can find something new to learn. The Challenges Preview can be accessed in the offline play menu underneath the Tutorials button. The Bubble Bomb gadget is now available in all queues. Throw a bubble bomb at an opponent to trap them in a pink bubble similar to those in the Bubble Tag game mode. If trapped, the opponent will float with a limited movement and abilities for a few seconds until the bubble pops. Try landing another attack on a bubbled opponent to deal extra damage. Use the dodge button to move if you are bubbled. You'll be trapped if you throw it too close to yourself. Introducing a whole bunch of new cosmetics in Brawlhalla. Mirage's Fury KO effect. Snowboarding emote. 2 new sidekicks, Paloma and Sardines. Mask Rivalry Avatar, and the Hard Light weapon set. Congrats to Team Naughty for claiming victory in our first ever skirmish. We're getting ready to host a new one next week on January 22nd. Which starchy sweet syrup breakfast food will reign supreme? Choose your faction, pancakes or waffles, and get ready for 2 weeks of another brawl of epic proportions. For more information on skirmishes, check out our full patch notes on Brawlhalla.com. We've done a quality of life pass on all 1v1 and 2v2 tournament maps. This includes higher vantage points won't have high floating spawns. Standardize the weapon spawn zone and the amount of distance between each spawn. Team initial spawns are now guaranteed to be contrasting compared to similar maps' initial team spawns. The following changes have been made to the pools. Mos Eisley Spaceport has been added to the 1v1 and 2v2 tournament map pool. Apocalypse has been removed from the 1v1 and 2v2 tournament map pool. Patch 902 also features the last rounds of balance changes before the esports season starts back up. Here's Eric with the details.
This patch contains a number of changes that provide more appropriate risk to certain key attacks and team gameplay, and improvements to underutilized signature attacks on some underperforming legends. The Axe Neutral Air was an overly safe option during team games, so we've reduced the amount of allowed acceleration on hit to provide a wider opportunity to retaliate. The Battle Boots Ground Pound now has less threat coverage, and the hurt box has been adjusted to allow more attacks to reliably contest this ground pound from in front and below. We've increased the cooldown time on miss and hit for the Cannon Downlight, as repeat use of this attack could block attempts at retaliation from an opponent's teammate too easily. The Cannon Down Air now has greater recover time on miss for the ground version to punish reckless use of this attack. The Gauntlet's Neutral Air now has greater recover time on miss to grant a wider opportunity to return to stage between Gauntlet attacks during an edge guard. The Rocket Lance Neutral Air now has less allowed backwards acceleration on hit to grant a wider opportunity for opposing teammates to retaliate against this attack. We've increased the cooldown time on miss for the Orb Side Air to allow wider opportunity to retaliate against or maneuver around repeat use of this attack in the neutral game. The Scythe Side Air and Down Air could rotate into other attacks too quickly, so we've increased their recover time on miss to bring their risk in line with other similar options. The Sword Side Light now has increased stun and decreased force to allow for more consistent follow-up attacks. To account for this consistency, we've also increased the maximum angle of directional influence for this attack when struck by duplicate attacks in a single combo. The sword recovery attack now has less force to better match its high degree of utility and ease of use. Azoth's downbow now has much greater force to better match its relatively small threat coverage and straightforward nature. We've increased the time to hit and decreased the threat coverage for the first hit of Amugi's side axe to provide a wider avenue to maneuver around this powerful attack. We've also increased the recover time on miss of Amugi's down axe to allow players to more reliably punish reckless use of this signature. The aerial version of Kor's downhammer now has greater force to better match its lengthy total commitment time. Reno's down blasters and neutral orb have received increases to their damage to bring their rewards closer in line with their considerable risk. Sir Roland's neutral rocket lance now has greater force to better match its lengthy time to hit and relatively slow travel speed. Sir Roland's side rocket lance now has greater travel speed to better fit the current pace of movement and overall gameplay. We've decreased the force of Wushang's neutral spear to better fit its high degree of utility and sizable threat coverage.
This week's Brawl of the Week, we're featuring bounty hunting. Track down the score of a lifetime in this timed 200% FFA mode. The first person to get a KO becomes the bounty and will take 2 times damage until they are KO'd. Whoever KOs the bounty scores more points and becomes the new bounty. Score the most points in 3 minutes to win. We also made a few game improvements, like we added an option to select one or more favorite cosmetic items. Having more than one favorite will give you a random one from your selected options. And we made some bug fixes, like we fixed animation issues when equipping the high five emote with the Brioche and Star Collapser sidekicks. The free-to-play Legend rotation for this week features Taros, Cross, Lucian, Thor, Arcadia, Thea, Jiro, Sidra, and Moonin. Thanks everyone for watching and enjoy the update. To see the complete patch notes, visit us at Brawlhalla.com.